Okay, in today's videos, we will be learning about multiplication and division of fractions. So, there are three possibilities when you multiply a fraction. It might be multiplying an improper and a proper fraction, multiplying a mixed number and proper or improper fraction, or it can be multiplying mixed numbers. So, I'm going to discuss those three possibilities in how are we going to multiply and divide fractions. So, for example, if we have this one, two-thirds times one-fourth. So, all we have to do is just multiply numerators and multiply denominators. Two-thirds times 1/4. So that is 2 times 1 and 3 times 4. So what is 2 times 1? 2. And 3 times 4 is 12. And always remember that if you have a product that is simplifiable, let us always simplify our answer. So since this is divisible by 2, so all we have to do is divide both numerator and denominator with a common number. So therefore, this becomes 1 over 6. So if we multiply 2/3 times 1/4, the answer is 1 over 6. How about if we have a mixed number multiplied to a proper fraction? Let's say, for example, if we have 1 and 1/5 times 2/3, for example. So what we're going to do is change our mixed number into an improper fraction. So the question is, how are we going to change our mixed number? So I'm going to bring our 1 and 1/5 down to show how we're going to change this into an improper fraction. So changing mixed into improper, what we're going to do is our whole number 1 will be multiplied to our denominator 5. Then, whatever the product is, we're going to add to our numerator. So that becomes 1 times 5. And our product is 5. Then add the operation there is addition. Add your product with the numerator, which is 1. So again, 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Then, copy our denominator. So our denominator is always 5. So another one, if we have 2 and 1/4, for example, again, multiply. So it is 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9 over 4. Another one. Let's have 3 and 2/5, for example. 3 times 5, 15, plus 2, 17. And always, our denominator is, whatever the denominator of the mixed number, will be the same denominator. So that is 17 over 5. So back to our problem. So we have 1/5 times 2/3. So change this, 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 is 6, over 5, then times our 2/3. So similar to our problem number 1, multiply numerator and denominators. 6 times 2 is 12, 5 times 3 is 15. Then if you have your product, always think of a number that can be divided both to our numerator and denominator. And if there is, always divide that number. So how about to our 12 and 15? Do we have a common number? 2? No? 3. So divide this with 3. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. So we will have our answer, which is 4 over 5. Okay, last example. If we have both mixed numbers, So if we have, in our example number 3, 4 and 2/3 times, let's say, 1 and 1/2. So again, mixed numbers, change that into a proper fraction. 4 times 3 is 12. And, okay, again, 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2 becomes 14. Then always copy your denominator. Copy your operation, multiplication. This one change it in proper fraction. 2 and 3 over 2. Then multiply. So the answer is 14 times 3 is 42 over 3 times 2 is, okay, so 42 over 6. So that is an improper fraction since your numerator is bigger than your denominator. The question is there a number that can be divided, or is 42 divisible by 6? Okay, so therefore the simplified answer is 7. So there you go, that is how we're going to multiply our fractions. So next video we'll have division of fractions.